In 1999 and 2000, the Indianapolis Colts and Miami Dolphins waged a fierce rivalry. These AFC East opponents played each other twice during the regular season. Their games over this two-year stretch were hard-fought, bare-knuckle brawls that weren't decided until the closing minutes. The Colts narrowly won 2 games in Miami, while the Dolphins earned 2 tight victories at Indianapolis. In the 2000 playoffs, they met for a 3rd time. Game number 3 proved to be the toughest, tightest struggle yet in this intra-division grudge match.
The Colts and Dolphins were meeting for the 3rd time in 35 days. Their regular season games had gone down to the wire. Now these bitter foes will duel each other one more time to determine who advances to the next round of the playoffs. Miami's main challenge will be to stop Peyton Manning, who led the NFL in touchdown passes and passing yardage. Manning's top target is Marvin Harrison, the league leader in receptions. Add Edgerrin James, Pro Football's most productive rusher, and you have the 3 main reasons why the Colts finished 10-6 and qualified for a wild card berth. Miami counters with a defense that had an NFL-high 28 interceptions. Offensively, the Dolphins rely on Lamar Smith, who rushed for 14 touchdowns. Jay Fiedler had to deal with the pressure of being Miami's first starting quarterback of the post-Dan Marino era. Dave Wanstead took over for Jimmy Johnson and led the Dolphins to an AFC East title. Their 11-5 record was the franchise's best mark since 1992.
You know, our plan today is do or die. Let's do this. Hey, we don't get it done today, we're going home. Right. We don't want to go home. Check it out. LB's on 3. 1, 2, 3. LB.
Fight hard, man. Fight hard. I know you will. I know you will. You've been doing it all year.
Battle all day long. Battle all day long now. Let's win it up front. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
It's fitting that the NFL's all-time winningest head coach, Don Shula, is serving as an honorary captain for the coin toss. After all, Shula led both of these franchises to a Super Bowl. But today, the Colts and Dolphins are focused on the future. The question, who advances and who goes home, only adds more fuel to the fire of a heated rivalry. The Dolphins' offensive strategy was basic: control the ball and keep the clock running, while keeping the Colts' high-powered offense on the sideline. In the first quarter, number 26 Lamar Smith carried 8 times for 69 yards.
Well, Lamar Smith's a very, very strong runner. It's very rare that the first tackler will bring him down, so you've got to wrap him up. Big, strong legs. He's very compact, and he runs hard. He'll get into the secondary, and that's where he can create problems. They know that Lamar Smith has to get at least 30 touches today. Miami is just depending on Lamar Smith to win this football game for him.
But the Colts countered with their own feature back, Edgerrin James, number 32.
Let me ask you, what can't he do? He's big, he's powerful, he's fast, he catches the football, he blocks. He is one sweet football player, Edgerrin James. He is one stud hot.
For the versatile James, the first quarter was also productive. He carried 5 times for 52 yards. While James was consistent during the first quarter, Peyton Manning was erratic. In the initial possession of the game, the Colts went 3 and out. Miami defensive backs like Pro Bowl starter Sam Madison, number 29, blanketed the Indianapolis receivers. Madison's swagger suggested it might be a long day for Manning and company. The Colts defense had ranked 25th in the NFL against the run, so it was no surprise that the Dolphins unleashed a steady barrage of Lamar Smith on their first possession of the game.
Here's a pitch. Lamar Smith up the middle, has a hole. 45-50, the 45 down to the 43 of Indianapolis. That's a gain of 17 and a first down.
And the left side of the Dolphin line opened a hole big enough to drive a semi through, and Lamar Smith burst through that opening.
But the air began to fizzle out of a promising march when Jay Fiedler was sacked on the Indianapolis 31-yard line. Facing 4th and 6, the Dolphins elected to gamble against the Colts' much-maligned defense.
Wow, is this aggressive at the 40-yard line?
They'll go for it here.
They wants that rolls the dice here. This is huge.
Dolphins have only gone for it 6 times all season long on 4th down. Here they are on a 4th and 6.
Watch O.J. McDuffie here.
Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Blitz is coming. Fiedler steps up in the pocket. He fires. It's tipped and incomplete. It was intended for McDuffie, but Mike Peterson made the break on the ball and knocked it away. It'll be Colt ball. No score in the game as the Dolphins turn it over on downs. 10:48 remaining in the first quarter.
Slant 39 boss. Just stay on your feet. Biscuit starts to run through. Don't try to cut him on your second step. Just come flat and run. Run with them.
The nose went so
I know, they're all just slanting that way.
The defensive stop seemed to energize Peyton Manning. The NFL's third-rated quarterback hit number 86, Jerome Pathan, for 25 yards, then teamed up with Edgerrin James for a 13-yarder that took the Colts to Miami's 22-yard line. On Manning's next pass, he went for the kill shot.
Play action. He's looking to throw. He fires one into the end zone for Peyton. He makes the catch, but out of bounds. Out of the end zone. It'll come back.
Wow, did Manning make a heck of a throw in the far left corner of the end zone. And although Peyton did reel it in, he was not able to get his feet in the field of play.
The Colts were forced to call on Mike Vanderjagt. During 2000, the most accurate place kicker in the AFC had missed just 2 field goals in 27 attempts.
Mike Vanderjagt comes into the game. This will be a 32-yard field goal attempt, and he has been money from inside 40 yards. He is 20 out of 20 from anything less than 40.
Hunter Smith takes the snap, puts it down. Vanderjagt's kick is on the way. It's good. And the Colts have the early lead with 7:49 to go. First quarter, it's the Colts 3, the Dolphins nothing.
You got up a little higher. You got to beat that guy's ass now, okay? Get down. They're going to come back to him. Hey, now, see, they're telling him on the sideline, they're telling him to really hit the edge. So stick them, separate, and be ready to set tackle. But don't jump out of there, okay, before he crosses your face, all right?
When the Dolphins got the ball back again with 4:40 left in the quarter, they continued to use Lamar Smith to attack the Colts' vulnerable rush defense. The running back had been released by 2 teams before Miami acquired him in 2000.
Lamar Smith is demonstrating great train power here today. Lamar just dances his way through and again pulverizes Chad Cota. He's going to need about 4 Excedrin at the end of this day.
After Smith had touched the ball on 6 straight plays, Jay Fiedler elected to go for the end zone.
Fiedler back to pass, looking good protection, scrambling out to the right side now. He throws into the end zone. Tony Martin is there, but it's picked off at the goal line.
If Jay Fiedler just runs the football, he gains a good 10 or 15 yards. They've got an easy field goal conversion. That was a terrible, god-awful decision by Jay Fiedler. That football was thrown as if it were helium-filled and just floated into the hands of Chad Cota.
Cota's pick served notice that the Colts defense wasn't going to be the pushover everyone expected. The interception also suggested that Fiedler was experiencing a case of playoff jitters. With 2 Pro Bowl selections in their secondary and 2 more keying their pass rush, the Dolphins defense had the weapons to shut down Peyton Manning. But Miami couldn't afford to overlook Edgerrin James, who set franchise records for rushing yardage and total yards from scrimmage.
Gives it to Edgerrin, trying to get outside right, cuts it back on 25, shoots to the 30, stays on his feet 35, takes to the 40, gets a block to the outside midfield, trying to get into Miami territory, does, and he's finally wrestled down at the Miami 46.
James's 34-yard run brought the first quarter to a close with the Colts in Dolphins territory. When the second quarter began, James's legs kept his team moving. But when James was stopped for no gain on a 3rd and 2, the Colts lined up for a field goal attempt.
The Colts will settle for a field goal attempt.
46-yard attempt coming up by Mike Vanderjagt. He hit a 32-yarder in the first quarter. Vanderjagt, as we said, oh, it's a fake field goal. Hunter Smith is rolling left side to tackle him. Oh, boy. Hunter Smith tried to run with the ball. He looked like his feet were in quicksand. He didn't get to the corner. It's Dolphin ball.
And the Miami Dolphins say, that trickery ain't working here this afternoon, Hunter Smith. Big stop by the Dolphins, who were not surprised in the least by that fake field goal attempt.
Held out by Jason Taylor.
Jason Taylor makes 2 plays in a row. He stopped Edgerrin on the 3rd down play. Did not execute the fake field goal very well, and they tried to do the option play. Jason Taylor was right there.
Miami took over on downs, but the takeover lasted for exactly 1 play.
Now they look for the quick speed. It's all it is. Intercepted Bratsky.
Boy, great play by Bratsky on the quick screen to the wide receiver. Didn't really rush the passer, stuck his hand up and made a very athletic catch on the play. Big turnover opportunity by Chad.
Colts need to take advantage of this.
In the 2000 presidential election, Miami was the city of hanging Chads. It was significant then that the Colts' 2 Chads, Cota and Bratsky, let the Dolphins hang out to dry. Peyton Manning exploited excellent field position by attacking Miami's perimeter with Edgerrin James. Thanks to James, the Colts worked their way to Miami's 8-yard line. Peyton Manning had the perfect play call, and he threw a perfect pass to make that call work.
Manning takes the snap, drops back, looks to the left, fires it upfield, touchdown, Jerome. Did he drop it? No, he dropped it out. Jerome had it. He was just about to cross the goal line, and now the Colts have to settle for a field goal.
Boy, you got to make that
have
play.
to catch that.
Oh, boy.
Peyton Manning threw a strike that hit Jerome Payton right between the 8 and the 6. A sure touchdown was averted here as Jerome Payton fails to make the play.
I think that's what Payton did. He saw the goal line before he saw the ball. He turned his head just as he was ready to catch it, and as a result, he dropped it.
Once again, Indianapolis had to settle for a Mike Vanderjagt field goal attempt. The Colts had precious little to show for their 3 forays into Miami's end of the field. Manning and Payton had each whiffed on a pair of shots at the end zone, and a fake field goal had badly backfired. This time, they let Vanderjagt kick the field goal from 26 yards out.
Waiting for the snap. It's there. It's down. The kick is on its way and good. And with 9:34 to play in the first half, it is the Indianapolis Colts 6, the Miami Dolphins nothing.
The Colts were moving the ball effectively. But after Vanderjagt's chip shot field goal, they had just 6 points on the board. Chad Cota and the Colts defense had been the game's biggest surprise so far. But while Jay Fiedler had been ineffective, the Dolphins were determined to establish their passing game.
They've got to calm Fiedler down. He's thrown 2 picks now. Good job by the defense of coming up with turnovers.
So here comes a blitz on a 3rd down and long. They pick it up, though. Fiedler lobs down the middle. Intercepted by Chad Cota at the 40. He's to the 35, the 30, 25-20, and pushed out of bounds at the Dolphin 18-yard line. His 2nd interception of the game. 3rd Dolphin drive in a row that has resulted in an interception.
What is he doing? Jay Fiedler that time floats the football right down the middle of the field. It had no chance of being completed. I understand the great play by Chad Bradsky, but the 2 interceptions thrown down the middle of the field would be inexcusable if it was a rookie playing in his first exhibition game. Dave Wanstead right now is talking to Jay Fiedler, and Dave Wanstead has got to be thinking, have I got the right guy out there taking the snap from center?
Boy, it's critical you don't settle for a field goal this opportunity. You've got a great chance by your defense to get the ball back. You'd love to punch it in and get 7 here.
Manning fakes to edge. Looks. Throws to the left side. Intended for Jerome Peyton. Touchdown! He caught that one. Touchdown, Jerome Peyton. And the Colts have a 12-0 lead.
Touchdown Colts. And you could hear a pin drop in this building right now as things have turned ominous for the Miami Dolphins.
Finally, Manning and Peyton had found themselves on the same page. When the Colts followed up Peyton's touchdown with a successful 2-point conversion, they held a 2-touchdown lead over their error-prone opponents.
Miami Dolphins have compact computers. Well, fans here, you can hear the background. There's a sense of alarm right now with the inept play of the Dolphin offense. Jay Fiedler having a pretty tough first half. He looks rattled right now.
If Fiedler was a bit shaken up, the best medicine to calm him down was a steady dose of Lamar Smith. Smith carried the ball 5 straight times as the Dolphins attempted to mount a scoring drive to close out the first half.
Well, I see Dave Wanstead's answer to Jay Fiedler's problems. He's put the handcuffs on him and says, you give the ball to Lamar Smith. We're not going to let you throw it.
It'll be a 4th down.
Again, Dave Wanstead says, go for it. A real turning point play in this game, Bill. The Dolphins needed desperately and would give them some energy. And if the Colts could stop the Dolphins, very deflating.
Went for it on a 4th early in the game and missed. It's a 4th down and about 2 to go here. Play action by Fiedler. He's rolling to the right side. Jay will run it, and he's to the 40-yard line. He's got the first down. Just eluded Dwight Hollier to get enough for the first down at the 40-yard line.
Gutsy, courageous play by Jay Fiedler. And this is what Jay Fiedler needs to do. He needs to use his feet.
Fiedler, however, used his arm to throw the run-conscious Colts off balance. The results were decidedly mixed.
Here is Fiedler back to pass, looking one way, now the other way. Now he throws into the end zone. Incomplete. O.J. McDuffie was in the end zone, but again had drawn a crowd. There were 3 defenders there.
Mike Peterson reaches up to bat the football away. Dolphins will settle for an Olindo Mare field goal attempt.
Jim Mora's defense had come through once again. And the Dolphins had no choice but to hope that place kicker Olindo Mare could prevent a first-half shutout.
Damon Heward, the holder, as the Dolphins looking to get on the board late in the first half. High snap, but Heward pulls it down. The kick by Mare pushed it off to the right, and it's no good. Olindo Mare, who missed 2 last week, pushes one off to the right side. And the Dolphins still have a 0 on the board.
Hey, keep plugging, man. A hell of a drive will come up with nothing. You keep pounding their ass, it's going to pay off in the end. Keep working. Keep working.
First half featuring 3 turnovers by the Dolphins. And they better get their act together at halftime, or this could be another long playoff day for the Miami Dolphins.
Among NFL head coaches with at least 100 regular season victories, only Jim Mora had no playoff wins. But as the half ended, his Colts held a 14-point lead, and that elusive postseason victory seemed within his grasp.
Right here, man.
You know, this play right here is going to determine the whole game.
Boy, some scary numbers, Jim. You look at Miami's last 7 playoff games. They have been trailing at halftime. Each of those games, it has been a history. It has been a history of failure.
The Dolphins' recent history of playoff utility hung over them as they took the opening kickoff of the second half. But on their first possession, they turned Lamar Smith loose with a telling statistic in their favor. During 2000, Miami had outscored opponents during the third quarter 90-9. Smith, who had already carried 16 times for 87 yards in the first half, added 7 more carries on an 11-play drive. His longest gain was good for 24 yards.
Second down, 3 wide receivers, and here's the handoff. Lamar Smith breaks behind a block to the left side. He's to the 40, 45, Lamar to the 50, the 45 of the Colts, and they finally push him out of bounds.
Well, number 26 put his cast iron jockstrap on today. He came to play the game.
He's running like a man possessed in the second half that is just underway.
Come on, Lamar. Dig it in, Lamar. Very encouraging what's happening with this possession. Dolphins going back to their identity. Handed to the war daddy, Lamar Smith.
When Indianapolis managed to corral the Dolphins' workhorse, Miami called on Jay Fiedler to assume rushing duty. While Fiedler was up to the task, Smith took over again to supply the drive with its climax.
What do we got? Come on, Lamar. Come on, Lamar.
Hands off Lamar to the left side. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
And how fitting Lamar Smith would finish off this drive. He was a war daddy on this opening position of the second half. The Dolphins have done exactly what was called for. They have served notice to the Indianapolis Colts. We got a ball game here in the second half. We got a different Miami Dolphin football team on the field.
Give a lot of credit to that drive to Lamar Smith. He was the catalyst behind it all. Did an outstanding job running with that football. And we're certainly going to see more of that.
You got to get stronger now.
Fullback Deion Dyer, number 33, delivered a key block on number 52, linebacker Mike Peterson. But throughout the game, Smith benefited from great run blocking by the offensive line.
If they're grabbing it, go up to the umpire. Tell him he's tackling my legs on the way through. They did it the last game. Make sure you tell the umpire.
Pro Bowl setter Tim Ruddy, number 61, spearheaded the unit that created huge running lanes for Smith. Number 63, Mark Dixon, Kevin Donnelly, Todd Wade, and Richmond Webb helped overpower the undersized Colts defensive line on running plays. This group also did a good job pass protecting the sometimes skittish Jay Fiedler. But Fiedler's inexperience caused him to be sacked twice in the game. Veteran Ellis Johnson, number 62, posted both of those sacks. In the third quarter, determined individual effort enabled Johnson to get to the quarterback. The second half saw the Dolphins' defensive line increase the pressure. Edgerrin James, who had 12 rushes for 72 yards in the first half, was held to just 4 yards on 4 third-quarter carries. Although Peyton Manning was never sacked in this game, he started to feel some heat from the revitalized Miami pass rush. The Colts seemed to be losing the offensive momentum they had established in the first half. The Dolphins, on the other hand, were moving the ball effectively. As Jay Fiedler closed out the third quarter with a 12-yard completion, the game was becoming the kind of nail-biter that had characterized the last 4 meetings between these teams.
Well, we all knew it was going to be a nerve-wracking ball game. That's exactly what it is. Colts 14, Dolphins 7. Miami has the ball at their own 40-yard line, first down as we get set to start the fourth quarter. The Colts have the wind at their back.
The Colts have had an easy cruise in this game through 3 quarters, Bill. What a shift we would have in energy and inertia and momentum if the Dolphins could put a touchdown on this board and tie the game up.
Yep.
Make the Colts play pressure football. Make the Colts play puckered up football.
59, 5-9, 5-9. Be smart, be smart.
Here is the pitch to Lamar Smith to the left side. Follows a block by Conrad. He's to the 40, 35, 30, and strike. Tacklers down to the 26-yard line. Jeff Burris went for the ride, but got him down.
Wow! Lamar Smith has taken over the second half of this game. The Colts are reeling all of a sudden, and Lamar Smith just set a record for the Miami Dolphins, a playoff record. He's rushed for 154 yards. He beats a mark held by one Larry Zonka.
Yep. 145 yards Zonk had in 1974 against Minnesota.
Lamar Smith began the fourth quarter the same way he had started the third, by shouldering the load. Smith carried 5 times for 24 yards. On a 3rd and 7, Fiedler also contributed a key run to keep this drive alive. The Indy defense was worn down, but not worn out. After Smith was limited to 2 yards on 2 straight carries, Miami had no choice but to let Olindo Mare attempt a 38-yard field goal into the tricky South Florida wind.
Snap is down. The kick is away. This time it's right through. So Olindo Mare adds another 3 to make it a little tighter. It is now 14-10. The Colts lead with 10:23 remaining in the game here at Pro Player Stadium.
The Colts defense was tiring, but a sustained drive by the offense would provide the necessary tonic for rejuvenation. The Colts' high-flying aerial circus hadn't exactly been grounded. But going into the fourth quarter, Indy needed a more consistent performance from the league's best young quarterback.
Boy, Peyton Manning, I don't know if he's been touched today, Jim. He's been getting a lot of time to pick out a receiver.
He's smart, he's decisive, he's got a strong arm, he's durable. I think Peyton Manning is the best quarterback in football. I think of Peyton Manning like I would as a point guard in basketball. A guy can score on his own, but also gets everybody else involved and distributes the football.
Manning and his favorite target, Marvin Harrison, number 88, had to start clicking as they had during the regular season when the wide receiver grabbed 102 passes. The Indianapolis lead was precarious.
The offense has to get cranked up. They haven't gotten close to a score here in the second half. And they need to get some points on the boards to help the defense. It's 14-10 Colts.
With 10:23 remaining, Manning began to regain his rhythm. Throughout the game, Indianapolis had played mistake-free football. No turnovers and no penalties. But that was about to change.
When do the Colts make a mistake? When do they have the turnover or a penalty?
First down, back to pass, looking to throw, fires deep down the far sideline of the field, and it is! A flag is down, and the pass is caught, and a juggling catch by Marvin Harrison.
Oh, it's scored against Harrison. This is a call against the Colts offensive pass interference.
Oh, my.
What a huge turnaround call in this game.
That was an amazing catch by Marvin Harrison.
After Harrison's 38-yard catch was wiped out, Manning went right back to work. He hit Jerome Payton for 18 yards. Then Edgerrin James added 16 more. Still, the Colts eventually had to face another third down situation. At this point, they had converted just 2 of 9 third down chances. The Colts needed 6 yards for a first down, but they chose to go for the end zone.
He lobs one deep down the far side, and is incomplete. It was intended for Marvin Harrison running the street route just a little too far.
Surtain has Marvin Harrison all the way to the goal line. Harrison extends himself. Oh, boy. That was so close.
On to attempt a 50-yard field goal just inside the left hash mark.
Boy, this is a tough one. He's made them before, but well, there's a whole lot of pressure in this one. The snap, the ball is down. The kick is on its way. It's good, and the Colts have regained a 7-point lead. A 50-yard field goal by Mike Vanderjagt.
Jay Fiedler brings out the Dolphins for the critical drive of the game, perhaps. 17-10 lead for the Indianapolis Colts over the Dolphins with 4 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in this game. Hands it off to Lamar Smith up the middle. Oh, boy, did Lamar take a big hit from Dwight Hollier.
What a hit. You could hear that one up here. Stevie Wonder could tell a massive detonation just took place.
A much bigger explosion was nearly detonated 2 plays later.
Look out. Rush. Here comes Fiedler. Throw near side. It is incomplete. He threw it right into the chest of Brad Scioli, and it dropped to the ground.
I guess there's a reason he plays defensive line, because if he had hands of any kind, that would have been an interception.
Earlier in the game, Chad Bradsky had intercepted a screen pass. But in the second half, the Colts were not answering when opportunity knocked. Fiedler seemed emboldened by his escape from this close call.
Well, the Dolphins dug themselves into a deep hole with 3 first-half turnovers and now trying to dig out of it.
It took an entire half for Jay Fiedler to get his rhythm back, and he's certainly been 2 different quarterbacks in this ball game.
Jay quarterback sneaks. He's got the first. Yeah, breaks the tackle. They got to tackle him, and he is finally hauled down at the 36.
Oh, it's not time to get sloppy now. You don't take anything for granted.
Fiedler had picked the right time to bring out his A game. The Colts couldn't stop his running or his passing.
Picked up, he makes the catch at the 25. He's down to the 21-yard line. Fiedler throwing to the far side. It's caught by McDuffie. He's at the 15. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 9. First and goal, Dolphins.
O.J. McDuffie threw out one big right hand and reeled in that football. Oh, my goodness, O.J. McDuffie. What a catch.
40 seconds were all that remained on the clock.
Can the Dolphins do it?
It has been magical. It has been enchanted in the second half for Miami.
Boy, if the defense is ever going to rise up and make some great plays, it's now. They've got to do it now.
It all comes down to this, Bill. A season your hopes, your dreams, all you work for.
3rd down and goal from the 9. Here's Fiedler under center again. And Fiedler straight back to pass. He's looking. He throws. It's caught.
Soft coverage, poorly played that time. Didn't break on the football at all. This is a tight end. It just stood there at the line of scrimmage and an easy catch for the touchdown. Not a good job at all.
Jay Fiedler overcame a horrendous start and played superbly in the second half. On a 14-play, 80-yard game-tying drive in which Lamar Smith touched the ball just 3 times, Fiedler ran the whole show. He completed 7 of 11 passes for 74 yards and rushed for 14 yards. Now he had another chance to prove himself under pressure. This game was headed into sudden death overtime. Jim Mora knew his exhausted defense needed to make a stand against an offense that had everything going its way.
Miami has certainly controlled the game in the second half.
They are the team with the momentum right now.
Let's run that something back. Let's do it. Let's run all along down their throats. Let's run right trap right down there. Trap right down there. Let's go. Man, you want it. Everybody, let's go. Right now. What it takes, right trap.
Miami won the coin toss and elected to receive. And when the Dolphins got the ball, Jay Fiedler picked up right where he left off in regulation. But a drop by O.J. McDuffie on 3rd and 6 killed this drive. Now it was Miami's defense that had to make a stand. This unit had not lost any of its confidence. Throughout the game, Peyton Manning had moved his team in fits and starts. But on this drive, he was in command, as he completed 3 passes to Marvin Harrison.
Manning drops to throw on 1st down. Sets up. Fires to the sideline. Marvin comes back and catches it at the 48-yard line of the Colts.
Well, play of the day that time. Excellent coverage by Surtain. But in many cases, the receiver looks back and makes the adjustment. And Marvin Harrison comes up big with a diving catch around midfield.
On 3rd and 12, a pass to Harrison netted 11 yards. The Dolphins had been offsides, but Moore declined a chance to get another down. Instead, he sent Mike Vanderjagt in to attempt a 49-yard field goal.
We've seen him hit it from 54 yards, 53 yards. He's got that kind of range. The question is, does Jim Mora believe that he can turn the football over to the Dolphins at that position should he miss? That's the call you make.
Mora's decision was questionable, but Vanderjagt's reliability was not.
Vanderjagt will set it up. It'll be a 49-yarder for overtime, and this is it, Jim, right here. Do the Dolphins travel on to Oakland, or do they stay home? 49 yards. Snap is down. Kick is away. It's no good off to the right side. Vanderjagt missed it. The Dolphins will get it back in great field position, Jim.
The kick was no good. The kick never had a chance. Vanderjagt barely got it airborne. It was short and wide right. The Dolphins hold. The Dolphins get the football with excellent field position.
The miss gave Lamar Smith an opportunity to reassert himself. He gained 7 yards on a swing pass from Fiedler. Then 2 plays later, he reeled off a long run that demonstrated the more he carried, the stronger he got. But this 20-yard gain was cut in half by a holding penalty.
Here's a handoff, counter play to Lamar, comes to the right side, has some room. He's 45, 40, 35, 30. He's down to the 28, and
up, there's nothing I can do.
Okay. I wish Mr. Umpire had eyes like you because you know what? That guy's been grabbing my guys all day and I can't get one call.
Despite the penalty, Miami maintained its poise.
Fiedler, he throws near side, complete to Oronde Gadsden. Gadsden is at the 30, gets away from a tackle. He's down to the 25 and 23. First down, Miami.
All right. Fantastic. Just what the doctor ordered. Do you go now? Do you go now? Do you send the Lindo out there right now and say, knock it home, boy?
I wouldn't. Keep pounding.
Keep pounding was the strategy of choice. The Dolphins were 23 yards away from the end zone, but Lamar Smith, enjoying his finest day as a pro, seemed a safer bet than even a short field goal attempt. After carrying for 6 yards, he carried the Dolphins to glory.
Handoff, Lamar wrapping up the ball with both arms, and he just gets away from everybody. Look at this! The 10! And touchdown, Miami! Lamar Smith tears away from tackles. He won this game. The Dolphins are going to Oakland.
The Dolphins have done it. They have won this game.
Everybody, they had him stopped for a loss, and he runs for over 200 yards. Well, you don't deserve to win when you get 3 points and a half, and you allow a runner to gain 200 yards.
Lamar Smith finishes up with 40 carries, 210 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including the game winner.
The fans here at Pro Player Stadium are going berserk.
What a game and what a victory for the Miami Dolphins.
All right, Miami! The Indianapolis Colts heads down, walk dejectedly into their locker room. They have been vanquished today by a Miami Dolphin football team that would not be denied.
Lamar Smith may have been the hero of the Dolphins' relentless comeback, but Miami also owed the victory to a young quarterback who didn't crack under pressure, and a head coach who won his first playoff game since 1994.
We're together. It ain't over yet, guys.
That's nice.
Hey, that's big. Hey, great job. Nice. Great job. Hey, wow. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. Patrick. Great job, baby. Great job. You know where that comes from? Team. That comes from the team. Hey, that comes from the damn heart. Hey, nothing has been easy for us from the opening damn day of training camp, but that's just the way we like it. One game ball I'm going to give out right now. Hey, we win around here by playing special teams, playing great defense, and running the ball. 200 yards rushing today.
The Dolphins didn't get to bask in the glow of their victory for very long. The following week, in the AFC Playoffs at Oakland, Lamar Smith gained 4 yards on 8 carries, as Miami was shut out by the Raiders 27-0. In fact, the Dolphins haven't notched a playoff win since they beat the Colts in this dramatic duel in the sun.
Oh, this has got to be the greatest feeling. It's got to be the greatest feeling, baby. It's got to be. Can't get no better than this. We were down and we came back and fought as a defense, as an offense, as special teams. We just fought as a team. We got a W.